Hello. Welcome. How you doing? It is Wednesday, so you know what that means. ToriV Talks live in effect. How are you doing? I am excited because I got questions I've been thinking, and I want to talk about it. So, if you are tuned in on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, hey, how y'all doing? So let's get right into it. Is high value an external or an internal quality? Because that is the talk of the town. Everybody wants to be high value, honey. But what does that mean? Like, what is that? High value meaning what exactly? Because I like to think of myself as, matter of fact, I got a story. So boom. I had I had talked to this guy. He took me out on a date, and we were just talking. It was just cool. And I like people, so I'm interested in just getting to know how you think. I don't judge. I just trick. I listen. So if you wild and crazy, okay, I'm cool. I know how to handle myself. I'm cool. If you are flashy, like I'm chilling. If you quiet, then I'll turn up. I'll ask more questions. I'll talk. I'll pull it out of you. Like I pretty much just work the situation, little situation. I know big, like I think now I'm at the place where I can work the room. I can definitely, hey, how y'all doing? All right, how the kids? All right. You know what I'm saying? I can definitely give you one of them. But before this time, I wasn't. And so basically, we're chilling, we're hanging out, we're talking about all these type of things, stars, moon, galaxy, all the type of stuff. Um, you know, he pigs fly, all the things, right? I love that. And then he's like, of course, trying to make a pass at me. And I'm like, nah. I'm like, nah. And at this time, I was a virgin still. Was I? I don't think I was. Okay, so I think this was after I was in my first relationship. Actually, I think it was in the middle of it. Like, you know how a toxic relationship, you take that little break, and y'all think y'all broken up for real, but y'all not. Yeah, so it was in that, and we were just kicking it. We were just kicking it, and I was just like, nah, like, and he was like, yeah, um, if I want you, I could get you. He was like, I hang with real grown women. And it confused me for the longest time. Like, what is real grown women? Like, I'm out here, I do, what do you mean? What do you mean? But because my aura is always childlike, just, oh, hey, how you doing? That's cute and stuff, got braces, hey. You know what I'm saying? Like, you look at me and think, like, oh, she don't, which I didn't. I didn't know my worth at that time, right? And so now in this becoming stage, why we're becoming is so important. I'm in this stage of actually showing my worth. In my head, I never felt like, oh, and so I want to talk about this too, because my sister was like, girl, but I think that I want the people to understand. So when you talking to, like, when you out here in these streets or something, you talking to guys, sometimes they'll use words like hoe. That's my bitch, that's my hoe, that's my lady, right? These things mean different things to people, right? They really mean different things. So when they call the girl her hoe, your hoe, that's my little hoe, or she just a little hoe, that's he is saying 9 times out of 10 that's somebody that don't know her worth. She don't know her worth. She gonna give it up. She gonna let me use the car. She gonna cook a meal. She gonna whatever the fuck. She's trying to buy the attention, right? She's gonna do whatever she needs to do to buy my attention. That's what he's saying. And so he just calls that a hoe. And so we think hoe and fucking, I'm having sex. But that's not always the case. That's not always the case in the mentality of somebody who may consider you a hoe as a female, right? The same thing is for like simp. We consider a guy that respects a woman a simp. He respectful out here, so he got to be simping, like, right. But because we've almost been groomed to be a desperate culture, So, oh, please like me. Please like this post. Watch this. Watch it, please. Please, I need the views. I'm trying to get monetized. Like, we're doing, we're desperate. This is not what I was going to talk about, but it ties in. I'm going to show you. We're desperate. We're desperate about so many different things. And so it puts us in this mentality of feeling like, oh, respect is wrong. Don't respect me. You weak if you respect me. And then that desperate stuff is right. That down, being down, and you gonna love me. I'm better than them. Like, who is them? Why are you trying to compete with, like, really none of us know our worth? So you know what I'm saying, it's the race of who know their worth a little bit more. Okay, it's just like when you at the carnival and you playing a little shooting game and the little water things go up. They don't be beating each other by a lot. It just be a little bit of space, like, ooh, oh, like that's what the dating pool will be looking like. So the thing is, high value to me and my journey, and the people that journey is similar to mine would be internally, and then that would radiate externally, right? If you wanted to. Now I could say, hey, I'm gonna get my mind together, I'm gonna get my standards together, I'm gonna get my connection with self together, I'm gonna get my connection with God together, my creator, Allah, whoever, I'm gonna get it together, and then I'll attract what needs to be attracted. Why? Because I'll be blossomed. I'll have all these seeds planted, and I'll be going to the places where I'll meet my, mate, right? I'll be putting myself out there more. I'll be dressing in a certain way that I defined for myself. I feel like a lot of times we just grow up and we just go. I know so many people that never really truly left the nest, right? So we're super close together, tied together with family, and that's not a bad thing. But sometimes we need that exposure to get out, because at our teenage years we're supposed to get out and have our own opinion. But if we're always up under family, then those are our opinions. Period. Like, it's very hard to have opinions different from somebody you're always with. That's why you are the sum of your friends. If you don't got no friends, sometimes you're the sum of your family, right? But we swear by our family. Like, you growing up, your mother, your father, that's your superhero, right? So they are value to you. And then you go up in this world and you see all this value of external sources, money, all devices, whatever you want to say. Value can be the finest of things, okay? Like, let me tell you what I think value is. Value is what I put in my body, right? Certain stuff I don't eat no more. I just don't eat no more. You know how everybody, some people, it's like 50-50 split. Don't eat McDonald's. Like, that's not edible. Like, how you eat that, bro? Like, you know what I'm saying? And then everybody else like, what you mean? The niggas is born. They made real chicken. But what's a chicken? Like, okay, I'm because I go deep with it. But anyway, like, this is this is value developing. Value developing internally. You develop that value internally. You have to for me, I had to define what the value was. I didn't know that I didn't know the value. I thought what I was doing, because it was what I had always seen, was valuable. Like, I'm very valuable out here. I cook, okay? I clean. I'm cooperative. That's the same thing. I'm cooperative, okay? I listen, but I talk back too. Like, you need a little spice in your life. I'm an Aries, okay? I'm stubborn. If I say it's gonna work, it's gonna work. Trust me, I got it. My name is Victoria. That's a prophecy over itself. Why would you not? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just thought in my head, you know what I'm saying? And then my mama about it. Talking about, she about it, okay? So I thought that's what you know, but it's like, no, you, no, that don't always work in all situations. And then thinking about how she got about it. I had to go deep. Okay, she bought it, and that's cool. But in a situation where I want to be valued, I don't want to be. Am I the bodyguard or I'm the artist? Am I? You know what I'm saying? Am I? Hey, touch that. What you doing? Like, am I? Or am I chilling? In my essence, letting people do what you want, but knowing that I only have a certain caliber of person around me because of the value that is internally in me. Yeah. Okay. So it's a process because once you gotta become aware. Like, hold on. No, actually I don't want to do that. Okay, I don't like the result. Okay, keep doing that, and this is the result. I don't like that. And then it's about stepping into this place of, for me, for me, it's about stepping into this place of, um, okay, so I want to break down the steps a little bit more. So first you have acceptance. But then right after acceptance, it's like accepted shame. It's like a little dash. Acceptance shame. So as soon as you accept where you are, like where you actually are, because in our head, a lot of times we feel like, oh, I'm out here, like what you mean, like booked and busy, but it's really just busy work and like not too much of the, like your calendar filled up, but it's not. You know what I'm saying? You gotta go to the DMV. You gotta go to the grocery store. Your mama gotta get picked up from the doctor. Like you busy, but I don't want to say you booked. You know what I'm saying? Like I've been there. I understand. It's okay, but we feel like we're at a certain level where we booked, we busy, we feel like we the shit. Like we feel like we are at a level that we oftentimes in reality are not at. And it just means that we have to come into acceptance, knowing that, okay, this is actually the level that I'm at. This is actually the work that I got to do, that I got to put in. I have to um, become more accountable. For me, I have to become more of an executor. I can have all of the steps. I can constantly write down a system. I can constantly learn information, intake information, all the things, but am I doing the work, right? So doing the work internally, that takes you to, before you do the work, you got to deal with that shame. So dealing with the shame is acceptance is the start of doing the work, but I feel like shame is when you feel it because you're like, whoa, I've been doing that. Like, okay, well, I thought it was all him. I thought it was all her, and you don't realize that no, it's you. It was me. Like, no, that don't mean that they weren't wrong too, but I'm in control of me. So if I'm not in control of me, I'm not acting in a high value way. Um if I'm easily distracted, I'm not acting in a high value way. If I am, I think of stuff. If I'm moving in a place of malice, if I gotta be petty all the time, I'm not acting high value. I shouldn't even be in these situations. Now, life happens, stuff happens, and we learn, right? But that means that I have to look at self. What am I doing that I keep getting in these situations? It's not them, it's me. So, high value to me is always going to be internally doing the work so that I don't make the mistakes over and over. It's okay to make mistakes. It's life, like you don't know. It's like a box of chocolate, like the movie says, right? But once you find out, like how many chocolates you gonna eat, like that's me. Like then once I realize, okay, I can heal. I can heal myself by putting high value fruits and vegetables, live plants into my body. I can do that. Or I can say, oh, I don't got the money, it costs too much, or this, that, and third, and ain't nothing at the store around my way, like whatever the case may be. No, I go to Whole Foods for these vegetables here. Like they're gonna be good. I'm gonna spend the money. I have one bag all the time, spend $100. I don't never know. I don't even go in the middle of the store. So this is just fruit and seafood. Like I don't understand. I don't understand, but I paid a little honey. I paid a little, every time it'd be 98. It's about 106. I don't know what that is. Because I like, I get broccoli. Like, I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure. And that's why they got that name, Whole Check. But they don't care. They don't care because they got the freshest. They got the biggest variety. They selling lion's mane in the store. Like, how you do that? Like, it's fresh. Like, what? So these little things I have to take steps for me to become high value, right? And then in time, because for me, becoming means that I gotta, like, I didn't care before, right? My situation, I come from being a catfish. I wasn't dealing with my body. I was putting value in a picture. So that meant that I had to first learn how to look at me in the mirror and not be like, ugh, right? And then I had to accept me, and then I had to go through the shame, right? And then I had to um, forgive myself. After forgiving myself, I moved to the space of um, becoming more conscious, becoming more intentional about what it is I actually wanted, what it is I wanted to change. First, and before that, I had to figure out, okay, something is wrong. I got that awareness now, something is wrong. Now, how do I fix it? And so then I had to seek information. So I've done years and years and years of research trying to figure out what was wrong with me, right? Trying to figure out why I didn't like me, trying to figure out why my brain worked like this, trying to figure out why I'm the most ambitious person I know, but I'm still with everybody else. I don't understand what's happening here, right? And it's a mentality. It's a mentality. It's me people pleasing, right? It's me giving away everything that was supposed to be for me to someone else, right? But I knew my mind. I knew I know this research. I know I'm trying to act within morals. I know I write down my purpose every night. I write down my mission. I just want to give. I'm a mediator. I know all these things about me internally. Like, I'm a good person internally, but I still had work to do. I still had work to do. So I could say back then I was high value, but I wasn't moving in it and I wasn't aware of it. The picture can't see the frame when it's in it. So a lot of times we think we have value, we put on some expensive attire, right? We go to some expensive places and we say we're high value, but we have not done the internal work. So really it's not giving. It's giving Buick. The old joint, okay? Like, not that new stuff. With Shaq in it, no sir. It's giving the old, okay? That joint that yeah, it'll push over a school bus. That joint hard. For real. So I'm like, are we being real? Because if we're being real, if we're being real, everything is us. So even with now, like right now, I'm in a phase where I'm wearing fitness. I'm wearing fitness stuff because every day I gotta look at me. I gotta be like, oh, after this, I'm going to the gym. I don't know, you know what I'm saying? I got my hair out, it's looking all nice. That's all great and everything, but it's gonna get sweaty. Okay, and actually, I probably go swim. So got to get out here and get a full body workout going. All right, and I got a personal trainer because personally, I need accountability. I just need a somebody to tap in with. Just I don't know what that is. Like sometimes for something, and I think that's in a developmental stage. You know how they say it takes 21 days to make a habit. It takes a little longer than that actually. But I know that my brain it has neuroplasticity. It's able to stretch. So I can teach myself anything. So having that knowledge of how the brain works makes me feel like, okay, I can do anything. All right, this not working. All right, let me change it again because it can work. I know I can do anything. I know that my brain can learn this. Okay, this not working. Let me try it here. This finna kill him right here, boy. I don't know what's wrong with y'all. Y'all all right? Let me see. Bam. Okay, we back. Hey. Okay, that was getting dark. I didn't understand what was happening. But the screen was down. But anywho, I just wanted to come in and really give you a couple stories and poke at your beliefs a little bit because, we're being transparent. We're healing in real time. For me, becoming means that I need community that a mixed community of people that are becoming like me. I need a community of people that became and what I'm becoming at, and they on to some whole other becoming that I don't even know about because I'm trying to get to this becoming, but they up here with it, but they can still guide me and fix my crown as needed. Okay, I want some people that's at the bottom because if once I learn something, if I teach it again, that helps them and it helps me solidify it in my head, right? And so these are all tactics. These are all tactics. These are all ways to learn how to think. These are all ways to learn how to be a better person, developing my morals. Oh my goodness. So I'm excited because I'm almost finished this series of ebooks that I wrote. Oh, and I think that it's going to be amazing for someone to really start to like break the ground of self, who you are, your values, where you got that from, what it is that is not really you. Like I got questions. I got questions, and I put together this one ebook. It has over 100 questions. It's 100 pages of questions, just digging in, digging in, and it's so many amazing prompts. And then at the end, I have a toolbox, your mental toolbox, your holistic tool alternatives. Wait, your holistic coping alternatives that I call the toolbox. And I love this list because it is a list of things that I have done. So, of course, we know going outside and how that raises our serotonin levels. Um, I like kickboxing, excuse me. I like kickboxing, get that aggression out. Boy, I be seeing my ex. Boy, I be seeing my, ooh, talk about, you want to play with me? Okay? Yeah, that ain't my name. I don't even do kickboxing anymore. I do more shadow boxing. I do kickboxing because my new gym, it got kickboxing, but it's always somebody got one bag. There's always somebody on there. So I get on there, do a couple and then I turn around, somebody else on there. Boom. Like, hey, I was using that. So I just go do my weights. I like the weights personally at the fitness centers, you know. Um, I don't think Planet Fitness has the weights that I need. So I really like getting those big weights on Planet Fitness. But other than that, I feel like the other part of becoming is in the execution because we get the mentality, right? We start executing, we can build up our list, we can have our mission statement and what we're trying to do, who we're trying to become. But are we executing on that? Now that we know this information, now that we have this information, are we executing on it? Are we actually pushing ourselves to being better, to doing the things? Like how many times did I have been like plant-based several times in my life. And I feel like that's one of the reasons why I don't want to say that, but my opinion is one of the reasons why I'm doing as well as I am health wise is because I'm not on the typical American diet or Black American diet. I'm not on that. Like I have been plant based on and off a lot, but I was a people pleaser. So as soon as I get around you, you like, oh, I'm like, yeah, I live on the road. I eat plant based stuff, you know. It's something in my throat. I eat plant based stuff. And I would go to like if I was in the South, I would go to Publix and get a salad. I would get a little piece of their little palo salmon, might put it on there. Yeah, we out here. Like you can definitely do it. I would go to Taco Bell, just get refried beans, the little refined cheese thing, that used to fill me up. They used to fill me up. And I got that cheese is a vegetarian, but even still, I wasn't eating meat. Is my main focus. But deciding that my life is valuable enough to say, all right, I'm not going to eat meat. Um, knowing that shrimp is a scavenger of the sea. So what is it eating? And then I'm eating it, and my body's getting nutrients from the shrimp. What nutrients do the shrimp get? Because they eating the scraps, right? So really breaking stuff down and being like, are you eating that? Now, granted, I still eat shrimp. Okay, I made a bomb shrimp salad the other day. I had put some mustard, some Dijon mustard in there. But anywho, it was very good. And then I put it on some kale, like kale crunch, with shredded kale and spinach and cabbage. It was a lot of different um green superfood vegetables together that I put. And these are things that I want to put in my body. Healthy foods. Hey, hey, hey. Healthy foods that I want to put in my body to make sure that I'm giving myself the best. So when I'm talking about high value, I'm talking about nutri- nutrition. I'm talking about movement, getting a personal trainer because I know I move different. Like I'll work hard for myself, I'll push and I'll go to the gym. But how hard will I push when there's somebody right there? Like, all right, you got two more. Good job. You know, and I got to a certain level because I've had a personal trainer before and I didn't like him. So I just stopped going. You can have that little money. I just stopped going because it wasn't no connection. And it's like, I need a little bit of connection. Like, in whatever I'm doing, I just need a little bit of connection. It was literally like 30-minute sessions and somebody is waiting. Like, ain't no stretch. Like this is a money machine. I don't even want to be here. So I had to leave that. But once I decided, okay, I want to get back into that because it's something that I feel that I truly need. I found someone. I like the gym. I like their trainers. Their trainers train. If you a trainer with one of them, you a trainer to all of them or something. A trainee to all of them. I like that community environment. Like if you see me in here and I'm doing it wrong and I need to be up here with it, let me know. Fix my crown, right? That is where the high value is. The high value is in the character. Are you gonna fix crowns? What's going on? We got a request. Let's let's chat.
What's going on?
Hey, how are you?
You know we from the morning meter, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, this morning. So yeah, I was watching. Yeah, I value and everything. So you know, you gotta do it for yourself before you can do it for anybody.
Yes. Yes. The self connection.
Yeah, because like I'm in the woods, so I gotta do it for me.
Hey, hey.
Anything I do in life, I gotta do it for me. So you gotta so whether you go to the weight training or the whatever, you gotta do it for you. You the you the first person you have to do it for. You ain't got to prove that to nobody.
Yes.
You got to prove it to yourself. That's it.
Yeah, I
First
think
and foremost.
the biggest connection with value for me has been the connection with self because getting self centered and calming down the mental in self and then getting a connection with my creator because I can have something that's bigger than me. That's where I find that purpose in. And that truly pushes you when you're on the path of becoming whatever you're becoming, the next level you're going to. We're always going to a next level, but to be centered in that and know that the value is inside of me at all times. I need to have a balance with myself and my creator.
Yeah, because as long as you got it together with you, it don't matter what outside forces say. People always want to say what they're going to say, but as long as you doing what you want to do for yourself, and it's moving in a positive direction for you, and you happy with it, that's all that needs to be said. And
Yes.
nobody change. Don't let nobody change your outlook on nothing. Simple. Because I got to eliminate mortgage. People are saying, "Oh, you can't go into court. You can't do this." That's limited belief. I don't walk on limited belief. Like, if you give me limited belief, you can't be in my body. You can't. It can't happen. You
Yes.
you know, like I had the whole situation with me getting on Instagram. I ain't the most technical dude on that. I mean, I know you heard me on the morning meetup saying I can't I can't get on Instagram. I can't do this.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, I'm good at texting and emailing, but Instagram and social media, that's not me. Like now, I'm starting to learn it. I mean, because I put up 35 posts in 1 week. So, you know, I mean, but I got to go hard on everything I do. But that's because I got to believe in myself. I can't worry about what nobody else believes. Family, friends, or nothing else. I got to rock out for me. Period.
Do you feel like that's where the value lies?
The value going to be in you. The value is going to be your money. The value, you are the money. Your energy is the money. Your energy, and you getting on this line talking about what you eating, how you moving, what you going to do, and you're providing value by just giving the information. But then they have to see how you translate that energy to yourself. So now you're not just talking about it. You're translating the energy by yourself, by 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 getting a trainer, by doing what you're doing. Because you're going to have a lot of people that you don't connect with. But if
Mm-hmm.
but just because you don't connect with them, I don't need to connect with you. I mean, it helps if it connects. But guess what? As long as I draw my own value out of it, that's just like with me going to the morning meetup event on the 8th. I'm not going there for nobody else to validate. I'm going there because I got a purpose in mind. I'm connecting with business minded people. That's it. I mean, I know I'm leaving with numbers. I know I'm leaving with connections. Before I even get there, I know that because that's just how I move.
Yes.
So, so you got to know it even before you get with the training that I'm going to do X, Y, and Z. Whatever that plan is, you got to already know this how I'm going to move before I even get there. You got a certain goal that you want to achieve it. You ain't there to make friends with the trainer. If y'all become friends, it's cool, but that ain't your purpose.
No, for sure.
He,
I actually like that because when I started, so what you were hearing me talk about was the first trainer I started with, and this was probably last year. I didn't like the feel of like not stretching it. It just I needed to stretch. I needed to. It was other stuff, and I'm driving over an hour, or close to an hour, to come to this, and it's for 30 minutes, and you're not helping me. Like you're literally just taking my money, and you got somebody. It's literally like a factory. It wasn't any real training form or anything like that. But this new training,
right. Yeah,
yeah,
because if he's not providing value in the tools and the methods of, of getting you to where you need to be at, yeah, then I understand. I understand that. But
mm,
if they're doing the job, but let's say y'all not connecting on a free level
yeah,
and whatnot. So what? So what? I got to be your friend. Just teach me what I need to do to get me to my goal, to where I need to be at.
right,
We ain't friends. We ain't got to be friends. We ain't got to hang out. As long as you get me to the bag, that's all I'm worried about. Just get me to the bag.
yes, okay, just
Just
help
get
me.
me to the bag. Whatever.
I know.
You know.
I sometimes I For me it's a balance because I want to always leave things better than I found it. I want to always, it doesn't have to be a connection with everybody, but I prefer to be in an environment where I can learn and I can also get to this place of my goal, whatever that goal is. It's like,
But this is the thing. Is you have to worry about your inner self first.
yeah,
I can't, I can't, I can't teach nobody nothing if my inner self ain't right. So I
mm,
gotta make sure I'm straight because if I'm not straight, how am I gonna add value to you?
mm,
I can't add value to you if my own situation ain't straight. Dig me? So if I have an issue that I need to address, but I'm trying to add value, then I want to be able to have. It doesn't have to be perfect in your situation, but if I'm trying to reach the goal, let me reach the goal, and then once I reach the goal, then I can turn around and tell you how I got there. So now, as I'm telling you how I got to the goal, once I reach the goal, then then now I'm telling you. I mean, now I'm able to not only tell you, but now I'm able to show you. This
right,
is like with me eliminating mortgages. I'm in court. I'm letting people know, yo, come on down, Philly. Watch what I do. Watch me in real time do what I do. But I'm saying I want people on the journey. But some people ain't gonna want to rock with my journey. But at least when I get to the goal, I can tell you, yo, this is how I rock to the goal. But I'm letting people know that I'm riding to the goal at the same time. That's because that's because I mean when I get to the goal, then even with the minor situation that I got going on with myself and my own personal situation or my own personal household situation, then that's going to add value to financially to my situation. So I know I have a purpose and a goal that I'm striving. I gotta make sure that I'm straight before I can add value to anybody. So I know that I'm moving towards that, but I'm also knowing that I'm grounded in myself. That when I'm grounded in myself, then I can rock out with as much value as I can. I mean, by just saying, yo, this is how I'm moving. This is what I do. This is what I suggest. Put the house in a trust. I mean, understand that the IRS will wipe out everything, all your debt. They can. They can wipe out all your debt. So that's what I'm saying. Every day, if you notice on my page, I'm dropping some type of content, some type of something. Because just like if you trying to get to a trainer, you don't always need a trainer. You can say, okay, I'm going to do a workout video, and y'all can watch me online from whenever you get up, 5 in the morning, eating breakfast, whatever. They're watching your journey, I mean, evolve. So you can create your own journey just through. I mean, nothing wrong with the training. Don't get me wrong, but you could create your own journey in terms of how you want to move. It doesn't always mean you got to spend money to get to your goal. You could do a workout videos and still get
yeah.
there.
I think for me it's not just about the trainer, it's about the accountability. I spend money to hold myself accountable because I got, like, when you a solo entrepreneur, you out here, you not struggling with a K, but it's definitely a T on there. Like, so I'm trying to I don't really got extra money to just be out here giving it to everybody. But if I'm gonna hold myself accountable, then I need to give the money that I need to get myself to the next level internally and externally. So investing in myself internally and investing in myself externally. Like I work out,
So,
I'm fitness. I lost 70 pounds on my own, but now I got these wings. Okay. You see that? You see that right there? I don't know if you can see that. I need somebody to help me turn that up. That we need help with that. And so the I think sometimes getting a coach, a mentor, a trainer, something when you get to a certain level.
yeah, you're right. You're right. But it just depends on who it is, and you gotta make sure that if you invest in them, that they truly invested in you.
Yeah.
And whatnot. You know. And do it like anything else. Do it like an interview. Interview people.
Yes, that's a good thing. Some people don't realize that. Like for example, at a job interview, a lot of times we feel like we shouldn't ask them questions. No, what?
Make them work. No, make them work for that money.
Yeah.
Interview them like you would anything else.
Mm-hmm.
Qualification. What gives you the right to even be able to train me? I know you can train me. I know you even on the level to train. Just be anybody can put anything down on paper and say one thing or another.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's so good. Yes. Okay, so what do you feel like are the steps for me? Just in my path, I started Legacy Leap because Leap is legacy leaders executing on awareness and evolving. And I feel like there are a lot of people like me who are on the path to becoming their next thing. I feel like I'm a cat. I got 9 lives.
So this is what I think you should do, and this is just a suggestion. You don't have to
You breaking
do
up.
nothing, but you don't have to do nothing I'm saying. But this is just a suggestion I think you could do. So for everybody that's in your circle that is doing the same thing you're doing, training and trying to get it right. I mean, build the community that all of y'all could connect with. And I mean, and then y'all each interview a trainer that you feel comfortable with, and you get like 5 to 6 trainers, and you interview each one of them, and then you work out the numbers that, or you analyze the person that best fits based on the interview that you had with them to see if they, and then do it as a group, not just you as an individual, because now you got the support, you know what I mean, mechanism. You could build it like another morning meetup, but it's a morning meetup for people that's trying to get to a certain goal or
No,
whatever.
yeah, I already built it. Legacy Leap. See, you got,
Okay, that's you. Okay,
yeah, you
so
got it.
what I'm saying,
It's not
oh,
just
my bad,
workouts though. It's
my bad.
it's mentality. I use workouts. I use physical workouts to build up mental toughness. So for me,
Okay,
making sure that I'm going to the gym, making sure that I'm doing the workout, I'm losing the weight, watching the data. I check the scale every day, but that's for data to see what I'm doing, how my body is fluctuating. But it's also building up my spiritual connection, having devotion time, being able to connect with my higher source because I feel like the conscious aspect is where the value comes in, being intentional about life. That's when I get the most results. And I feel like that's when everyone else is getting the most results, but we just need that community of people that
good.
want results. So you got to come speak. We have master classes on Thursdays.
Right. So Yeah, so if all of y'all do that together as a group, then you don't feel it, then it helps you to build out the whole perspective of what the goal will be for the group in general. Not only you, whether it's reading Bible scripture or whatever else, and building the mental, because if we all do it intentionally, and you set out to go intentionally to build it, that way everyone else will see the value in it in different ways, in different perspectives. But the goal is all the same for everybody.
Mm.
That everybody's trying to get to the same place.
Yes, yes, yes. You got to come in on Thursdays and check us out. We meet on Thursdays and we meet on Sundays because we plan out our weeks, making sure that like I feel that systems, routines, putting in life systems for everything, what we're eating, how many times we're going to move our body, when we're going to give ourselves time, when we're going to worry about something. Like I schedule all of that in, like everything. When I'm responding back to text messages, I have what do you call it, not a wardrobe, a uniform, so I'm always dressed in like the same attire, like type workout attire. So just scheduling everything about my life, or putting a system in place. It doesn't have to be scheduled to the T, but so that I don't have to think about those things so much, and I can actually put more effort into becoming internally.
But I mean, 'cause later on down the line, somewhere I'm thinking about putting together a uh, disabled member, for people that has a disability, and talking over, you know,
Mm.
um, make it so that they okay and they accountability. They don't once I get the finances to a certain level that I want it to be, because I want to do this in in a broader sense. So that way it helps a lot of people. But,
Yes,
I
I'm
mean,
here for it.
yeah.
Yeah.
So that's my next goal after I wipe out half the country's mortgages because they all illegal. You know. So if you ever get a house, you don't need a mortgage. Okay, that's number one. This is the
What
second.
are you doing to wipe out these mortgages?
Oh, I'm invalidating the illegal contract. That's what I'm doing. I'm invalidating the illegal contract. But all your mortgages are used. Yeah.
What does that mean though? Like,
What I mean by when you go get a mortgage and they say you need a mortgage to get a house, that's not true. That mortgage is an investment contract. So they invest. So that's an investment contract that they sell on the stock.
mm,
So it's trading on the stock market 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days out. Just like you don't have to register your deed with the county. It's illegal to register your deed with the county. But they never tell the consumer that because they take loans against the deed. If everybody took their their deeds off the county registry and also the and notify their their county assessor's office and their title company, they, I mean, it puts them on notice that they know that they understand that it's illegal in the first place.
so how many?
That's only one point. Go ahead.
No, how many mortgages have you done so far?
I'm on my 7-1 right now.
How long does it take?
Well, it normally, I might just put timeline, and it was between 6 to 12 months. But what it is, most of the clients that I had before, they didn't want the money for whatever reason. They just wanted the property back. So I was more mad because I was like, man, get all of it back. Some people they not worried so much about the money, but they just want the property back. But for what the damage claim would be, that's retirement money all day. He would never have to work again a day in your life.
We would have to sue them. You would
Oh yeah,
have to.
most never.
So who are you suing? The county?
You're suing the county. You're suing the state, the city municipality. I mean the mortgage company. You're suing everybody. Everybody and their mother coming to the party.
Interesting. So do you have to, when you sue all those people, do you have to pay the civil? You know how you got to pay like $78 or $98 or something when you take.
But that's chump change of what you want to recover. Who cares?
But no, I'm saying, do you have to pay it for each person or is that one payment?
No, that's one payment. You add them to the court case.
Oh, okay. I was just curious.
You add them to the court case. You making one payment to file the case. That's it. You ain't paying one, 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 one defendant extra money.
Right.
Don't work like that, dude.
Okay. No, that makes sense. That's interesting. And so then you just go through so you go through the process. Walk me through the process of like, do they answer? Are they ducking you? Like, how does that work?
What they ducking? That's federal crime. It's a federal crime. Yes, they're ducking you all day. They don't want to see you in court. Yes, they're ducking. Yes, they duck. They they don't want no consumer to find out this shit. They don't want no one to find out nothing.
Yeah, I bet. But so I went to court recently.
Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say I went to court recently, and there was a case in there where these people from I'm not really sure if the people were from India or if they lived here and the people they were suing were in India. I don't know, but it was an international case, and the judge was really excited. But he was basically saying you have to find them. You have to find an address. You have to find them to even for them to even know that they're being sued. And he couldn't do anything until the person found them and found the right address and all of these things happen.
Sometimes it is like that. You got, but with mortgage company and banks or whatever, all you gotta do is find the entity.
The who?
All you gotta do is find the entity, and then sometimes the people on the documents they no longer work there, so they sell it 30 times over. Do you know that your signature is valued at $1 million? So federal, like I keep telling people, if you look at some of my posts, Federal Reserve notes have no intrinsic value. So it's like the Federal Reserve, like for every $100 bill is 17 cents. To print $100 bill is 17 cents per $100 bill. So I always ask this question with people. I say, well, if it's 17 cents for every $100 bill, how's that paying a car note, a mortgage, or anything else? Just think about that.
How long have you been doing this?
So, when I studied for 10 years, I started putting this in action with my friends and family in like 2016. So then when I got it, then my next door neighbor, I did his and whatnot. I'm still working out the kinks at that point. But now, now I'm a vet at this. You know. Now I'm the Michael Jordan esque of mortgage elimination.
Okay, so does this apply to, is it just mortgage? Is it also taxes?
Nope, nope. It's also taxes, cars, everything.
That's interesting. So what kind of person? All right, so I'm gonna give you an example. Say you have, everybody got their family home that their grandparents had, and their grandparents passed away, and now they got this house, and maybe the house owes back back mortgage and back taxes. Can you get them out of that?
Yeah, yeah.
Really? What could you get
I,
the property back, or what would they have to do? How would that process work?
yeah, yeah, yeah. I'll just get the property back because the county don't have no legal authority to take the. When they take those properties, guess what they're doing? That's theft. They're, that house was already paid off at closing. Your, every credit transaction is a cash transaction. So that means when you swipe that credit card and they run that credit for that mortgage, that house is paid off at closing.
But the money is owed to the bank, right?
And you are the money under 15 USC, Section 1602, definition creditor. The natural person which extends the credit for loans or profit. So if and in that section, it calls you a private lender. So if you're a private lender extending the credit to the institution, then how does that exist? Now, how would that exist? Because the contract that you sign is a unilateral contract. The definition of the unilateral contract is a one-sided contract that benefits the person presenting the contract, but that's illegal because only a contract that two parties negotiate and agree upon and in mutual agreement can be a binding.
Mm.
Any misleading contract, any misleading information in terms of is void on the state.
Interesting. No, that's really good. Yeah, that's like in court when they say even a verbal contract is a binding contract, but it has to be consent between two parties.
That, but it's harder to prove for the verbal consent. They
Yeah.
are correct, but it's harder on a verbal consent because there's no. Now, if you have a recording, that's something different. Video record, audio record, then that's something different. That's verbal, but it's a recorded verbal that can be tracked back to the original state. Because the verbal contract you can get in court. I never said that. But it's, I mean, how do you, how do you dispute that?
Right.
If it's verbal, but you have nothing to back up the verbal, you don't have audio, you don't have video, how do you then to solidify that contract?
No, I was just saying, just in a sense of the what you quoted. It's basically when you're saying I am the private lender, it's because the bank gave me the money because they pulled my credit essentially. And
Right. The president was financed. The bank needed your credit
yes, to
to
finance it.
facilitate. But that means they never loaned you anything. That's what I'm trying to say. They never loaned you anything in the beginning.
It was already yours.
It was already yours from the beginning.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. That's very interesting. And people don't think about that. That's like credit repair. People don't realize the consumer law.
You don't have to do credit repair because your credit ain't never broke. You haven't opened any line of credit, but they don't want the consumer to know that.
Mm-hmm.
They don't want the consumer to know that. But if the consumer knew that, they wouldn't be in business. What I'm gonna need you for if I know that I'm legally that I don't have because all debts are legal obligations of the United States. 18 U.S. Code 8 obligation is obligated to pay all consumer debt or alleged debt, but consumer alleged debt. So there is no debt. There's a credit finance to every transaction there is.
Mm. See, that's the law that I need to help with my credit. I got one thing on my credit that I've been going back and forth. Ooh, but I'm gonna get it off. I know it's somewhere in the consumer laws, and I've been looking.
Well, I have an affidavit that I've constructed and um, you know I worked hard on that got every consumer violation of every contract there is. Like, do you know that there's a such thing as called the plain language act? In all documents, it needs to be in plain language for the consumer to understand.
Mm-hmm.
So the consumer don't know. They're violating the plain language act because it was a law stating that every contract needs to be in plain language so the consumer could understand if they were going to enter into that contract.
Right. No, you dropping knowledge. Do you have a course?
So, no, I'm getting one together. Trust me, I'm getting one together. I am, I am getting a course together. But I got close to me here. I don't be
She's
that.
awesome. Yes.
Yeah. So she's gonna be helping me with that. And so with this social media stuff, I'm taking like baby steps on on everything. Now this is where I'm a newbie to this point. But when I get in court, I'm a vet in court. Because all your courts are administrative courts.
Mm-hmm.
So they're not court of law, they're administrative.
Yes, I love that. Well, I can't wait because the information is needed. I see what you're saying, and I know that there's information out here that we don't know like that because of my dealings with credit repair. So I do credit structuring too. Well, I kind of slowed down, but I definitely have that um, moving in the background slowly. And one of the biggest things is understanding the consumer laws. That's how we get the stuff off the credit. So it's like so many laws.
IRS, IRS will wipe out any alleged debt. So they wipe out any alleged debt. Then your credit score can go to 800 automatically because under the 1099 C cancellation of debt, anything over $600. But wait, if it's a unilateral contract, it's illegal from the door, so they got to wipe the whole thing out.
Okay, well, we're gonna have to talk or something because we're gonna have to talk or something because this is very interesting.
Yeah, I mean, what I do, see, I do this stuff in my sleep all day. So, like I said, I got to have I put together a strong affidavit, 9-page lean contract affidavit. It breaks down all the violations and all your contracts and all your unilateral contracts. So I break down everything. So, like, if you got a car company, mortgage company, uh, credit card company that's giving with don't send it to them. You send it to them, put in your information as a template. So I constructed it as a template. So you can put all your information in there, list all the people that violate under this particular contract, send it to them, get it notarized with your thumbprint. Don't even use the notary they got. You know what I mean? Thumbprint, because the natural notary is your thumb. That's the natural notary. I mean, 'cause that's how they used to do. They used to back in history they used to seal a contract with with your thumbprint,
Mm-hmm.
like with blood or whatever. But
Mm-hmm.
that's the DNA. That's the DNA lockdown of a contract.
All right, we need to get people. Now you get your thumbprints on thumbprints. See, Apple know it.
So so that's the legit. That's a real legitimate notary right there. So like I said, with this affidavit I got, you know, it's you know, they could back. I mean, what I'm about to say back channel like I'm on Club. By the way, I do rooms on Club just to let y'all know. But yeah, y'all could hit me on my IG, and y'all could find out how much this affidavit is that y'all need to put the fair guide in these companies. And
What's
if
your
I want
IG?
to, huh?
What's your IG?
Mortgage Eliminator One. You on my you know
Oh,
you
no.
you you friend all right.
We on YouTube and Facebook too.
Oh, all right, well, man. I mean, I know you had it all connected like that, but anyway, but anyway, yeah. So the fact is that you could they got 15 days once they receive that affidavit to respond. If not,
So does that affidavit you that? Oh, okay. You answered my
no,
question.
no, no, no. Yeah, I agree. So all contracts are sort of constructed in in a 9-page lean affidavit lean contract.
Yeah. So you send that first, and then if they don't comply, then you take them to court.
Yeah, right, right.
So what if they come to
So they
court
got
though?
to they ain't gonna come to court because you gotta see what the affidavit on. What you read on? We're asking for an accounting audit. We're asking how long you worked on the account and then audit they I mean can you validate that is there a that was this a unilateral or bilateral contract as a whole or not they gotta answer. And come to court.
So they got to bring the original with your signature on it.
They gotta bring the original they gotta bring the original thing, which I mean the original signature. They ain't gonna be able to do it. And it's not gonna be able to do that. So they not sold it on somebody. They don't know where that thing is.
Okay.
It's about that.
So what about the when they ducking you and they send back like I've sent how like if you're sending something to the credit bureaus, you'll send it what's it called? Like certified. What if they reject the certified mail? Have you had that happen?
They can't reject the certified that you rejecting stuff from the postal service, and once they reject it, they violate, so they have the answer to your particular claim. So you're rejecting it, then you gotta take that up with the postman.
I mean, I used to be a carrier, so if people can reject mail, they can say no, they're not gonna sign for it, and then you take
But
it
this
back.
is the thing. But this is the thing. When they send you something in the mail, they're using the postal service illegal. That they're sending you fraudulent information through the U.S. Postal Service, which is a federal crime. That they saying you owe with that. If the Federal Reserve notes to 17 cents for every $100 bill, how you paying anything? And you know that the Federal Reserve notes can't pay that. And if you know that the credit is financing everything, how is it that exists, but you send it in the mail saying that it is your committee fraud once you put it in the U.S. Postal Service mail system.
Mm, this is
13,
so
40.
interesting. You need to make a documentary. Like, for real, you should totally make a documentary. Like you already have 7 clients. If you made a documentary for your next 3 clients of you going up there, like showing them, showing.
We go to the documentary when they get these clients I got now, they want the house and they want the money. So once we get the money and the house, or that documentary going up,
But document the process, like from start.
no, that's like Colonel Sanders' secret sauce. You don't give out anything. You give out.
I
You
mean,
give out
you.
just enough. Cause I be putting myself out of business.
No, first, nobody can do it like you. You're gonna do it however you do it. That's your secret sauce.
People gonna try though.
I mean, they don't matter. They're not you. They don't have nothing to do with you. People can do it. They can try their best. They can do it.
No, but the difference is if they try and they mess up, they get themselves jammed up. That's what I don't want.
I mean, that's you. That's the karma that they get for not doing it the correct way. But as far as you put in the documentary, you doing something where you're showing people, you're showing all of the emotions of the process. Once I come to you and I'm in distress, and from me going through that distress and showing you, you don't have to show the whole process. You can show like you going in the courthouse, you at the clerk's office filing, and then it cut to something else. You know what I mean? Like, you,
I thought you meant the secret. So,
no, you don't gotta explain everything, but show a visual of the process and show the emotions of your clients and how it's like we got this W. Like,
yeah, I ain't no problem with that. I ain't no problem.
people want to see that. Yeah.
Yeah. So it is what it is. But yeah, I can see that. I don't know. Well, if you know somebody, we can run it down.
Yeah, I don't know who you at, Philly.
Yeah.
No, I don't know nobody in Philly.
Wait,
But
so you own so you own the house or you rent or what?
I live on the road. I'm nomad, so I don't have that problem as of right now. But
Oh, you live on the road?
yeah, I live in hotels and city near you.
Oh, okay. All right. Would you do a traffic?
No, no. That's what I'm telling you. I'm becoming. We're building. I'm the compassion coach. I'm helping people develop their self compassion for themselves so that they can connect to self and execute on the things that they already know they're supposed to be doing, and then they can have emotional intelligence with everyone else in the world. So that's what I do. Yeah, and I have a podcast, a Melanated Hypothesis podcast. We're building a Disney of healing because we're not oppressed. You just showed that. We're not oppressed. We're conditioned. We're conditioned to think that we need a mortgage. We're conditioned to think that we can't become something greater. We're conditioned. So I'm just here to help people see that no, you're not oppressed. We can heal in real time. And I bring you stories. So it's a little bit of sophisticated, a little bit of ratchet, and we just being real and transparent, you know?
She's got a little bit of a little bit of ranch, a little bit of everything. Okay.
Yeah, man. Yeah. But healing is possible. Healing is possible. Eliminating mortgages is possible. It's all about the belief system.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, fine. That's 100%. It's a, but nobody should be stressed over this stuff. Like, look, 18 U.S. code a obligation in the United States that obligation to take care of all obligations of the public. Period.
Yeah. Yeah. They need to come take care of these obligations. Yeah. Because I got my credit up and I'm like, yes, okay. I done dedicated. And then out of nowhere, AT&T was like, no, nope.
No, but that's what I'm saying. They're going to, they already obligated. The United States Corporation, the United States is the business.
Yeah.
It was established in 1920.
Yeah. Wow. And we think this is just the American way. Like, no, this is an American business. Like when they say made in America, that's because America is a warehouse. Okay, they want you to have babies so they can give you social security numbers and they can put the credit on them and the bank can buy it. Like, it's a system. Look, we'll get real deep on this. It's a system. I already know.
Yeah. So, I mean, once you understand this about accounting, bookkeeping, tax, and trust,
Let's do it.
those are four things that are four elements.
Say it again.
So, you know, accounting, bookkeeping, trust, law, and tax.
What's the third one?
Accounting, trust, law, bookkeeping, and tax.
Trust law. Okay, bookkeeping and tax. Yes. Yes. We all need to get to the point where we're having trust so that we can have generational wealth 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 generations later. So,
So, when everybody eliminates their mortgages, put it in a bond trust. What is a bond trust? A bond trust does not have to be present. A bond trust is something that you put your house into, you borrow into, and nobody knows it exists. If somebody trespass on your property, and you have to go to court, and you have to let the court know verbally, no record, no report, that there's no law saying nothing in a private sector has court. Only commercial vehicle or commercial property is the one that needs to be registered on, on the register.
mhm.
If you're not using it for commercial property, stop registering your cars. Well, first of all, stop calling it a car. That's only commercial. When you when you call it a car, you're calling it a commercial vehicle. But under law, car is a commercial vehicle. And you call it is a private automobile for private transit.
Okay. No, that's good to know because they want me to register my stuff like next month. So you said I'm gonna tell them what? It's a private travel,
Private it's a private automobile for private transit.
private automobile. I'm gonna write my letter tonight. I got private automobile for private travel, and I'm about to be registered.
And and show me the law. That show me the law. But they will tell you some policy and procedure.
Right.
But policy and procedures not law. Show me the law that says I need to register my private my private automobile on your public record.
I'm gonna do this work in DC because that's the capital. We got different laws.
Well, this is the thing. The United States is only within the 10-mile radius of what the thing about this. You could fall this under the unilateral contract. So even if you fall in DC, say, wait a minute, what kind of contract it was?
He said, I gotta answer. Y'all gotta come see. Y'all gotta make sure that y'all reach out to Orlando, okay? He got the juice. He got the information, all right, for the credit, all the consumer laws. That is credit, that is mortgages, that is loans. Like this is the information that you've been needing. So make sure you tap in at mortgage. Hold on, because let me see. Mortgage Eliminator One. Yes, Mortgage Eliminator One. That is so good. That is so good. I'm so glad you came on tonight. This was really good.
I was just randomly popped in. So let me see what she thought.
Yes. We're talking about some high value stuff. That's the high value stuff right there. It's inside your head. It's what's inside. Okay, because they can never take that knowledge from you. You see how he was recite section 122.9 like that. They can't take that from him. Like that you can never take that from. You can take everything else, but you can't take my knowledge. So
Yeah.
tap in. I'm
Yeah.
glad you came and gave us some wisdom. Um, that was good. I'm gonna wrap up here, but make sure that you all do some healing today. My tablet about to die, so if it die, love you, piece of healing. But make sure you guys do some healing today. Check us out. Follow us if you haven't already. And yes, we'll see you next time.
Peace out.
See ya. Peace
See you
and
later.
healing. Peace and healing. I don't know how to end the video. Okay.